so today I'm going to cook a spicy pork stir-fry dish called Jeyuk. It's really easy, so it's great for a midweek dinner, which we have quite a lot at home. So to start off, we're going to just prep some veg. So I've got a carrot, a spring onion and some cabbage here, about 150 grams-ish of cabbage. I'm just going to slice that up nice and thinly and then do the same to the carrot. So I'm going to actually slice it in half and then slice it thinly, and that way it will cook nice and quickly. And then spring onion. So we're just going to do this one quite roughly because we're going to add the spring onion in at the end, so it gives a nice bit of colour. So just pop all your veg to one side and we're going to come back to those later. Oops. This is basically equal parts gochujang and sugar. So gochujang always comes in this red tub here, and inside you can see it's very thick, a very thick paste, and it's like spicy but also a little bit sweet, and it's got a real depth of flavour as it's also made from fermented soybeans. So you want to add in about, I've got 3 tablespoons of sugar. I normally use golden caster sugar, but today I'm just using caster sugar here. So 3 tablespoons of sugar into a bowl, and into that I'm going to add in 3 tablespoons of the gochujang, or Korean red pepper paste, or red chili paste. So 1, 2, 3, some good dollops in there. And then add in a tablespoon of soy sauce. I've got a Korean sort of like general use soy sauce here. So about 1.5 tablespoons actually. Okay. And then you want about 2 teaspoons of sesame oil, which I've got here in this little bottle. And it's good to use like a pure unblended sesame oil. So you really want to get that full nuttiness in both the aroma and the flavour. And then also want to add in some garlic. I've got about 2 cloves here, which I finely chopped. And some ginger, about 2 teaspoons finely chopped or grated. I always keep ginger in the freezer, so I normally just grate it in. You can grate it in with the skin. So about 2 teaspoons worth. And what's great is it means that you never have sort of ginger going bad in your fridge. You can just use it straight from the freezer. And so about 2 teaspoons of ginger into that, and then give everything a good stir. So this is what it's looking like now. The sauce looks quite thick to begin with, but it will loosen up as all the vegetables cook down and start releasing some water as well. So it looks like this once you finish the sauce. So into that, I'm going to add in my pork belly. So you can use pork belly or pork shoulder here. I've got belly, which I'm going to cut into thin slices. So you can cut it, I normally try and go against the grain as thin as you can. And you want it as thin as possible. And if you want to get it sort of really super bacon thin, then you can even pop it in the freezer for half an hour beforehand so that you get really, really thin slices, and that way it'll cook nice and quickly. So this is probably one of our favourite midweek dinners. We probably have it more often than we should. But once you've made it, you'll find that it's just so delicious and you'll want to make it over and over again. And plus it's so simple and really quick, so it's the kind of thing that's great when you're in a hurry. And this works really well with pork obviously, but if you wanted to use chicken, you could use chicken, or you could use the same sort of marinade to marinate some tofu if you're a vegetarian as well. So it's a really great versatile sauce that's like spicy, sweet, a little bit salty, so it really goes with everything. It's really great one to know and have up your sleeve. So my pork is almost sliced, and then I'm going to pop that into my sauce and give it a good stir around. And just quickly wash my hands. And I'm going to add in a little bit of oil and just start cooking off the carrot first, because the carrot takes a little bit longer to cook as the pork is sliced so thinly. So you're just going to start off with the carrot, and then I'm going to add in the rest of my ingredients. So it's on a sort of medium heat at the moment because I don't want the carrot to brown, I just want it to slightly soften. And so that will just take about a minute or so, and once that's done I'm going to add in everything else. So now that my carrot's slightly softened, I'm just going to add in the pork that we prepared earlier with the sauce, and I'm going to add in the cabbage as well. So scrape in all of that sauce that's left. Make sure you're getting it all out the bowl. And then spread the meat out so that it all gets cooked evenly, and add in the cabbage as well. And then the cabbage will release some water that will help the pork to stop from sticking. And then you want to cook this down for sort of about 10 minutes until it's all kind of wilted down, all the cabbage is wilted down really nicely and the pork is all cooked through. And at the moment it's looking pretty dry at the moment, but then you're just waiting for the cabbage and the carrot to release all the water, so it's looking a bit like this. So I've been cooking this on a medium heat for about sort of 8 minutes now, and I'm just going to add in the spring onions on top. And I'll just add a little bit of colour, a little bit of extra flavour. Give it another minute, and then I'll be ready to serve up. And you can see now all the vegetables have released quite a lot of sauce, so it's become nice and saucy, which is really nice when you have it on top of a bed of rice, as the rice will suck up all that sauce as well. So that is pretty much all done. So I've got some lettuce here, so you can eat this just on top of some rice, or you could put it on top of some lettuce, or put it in some lettuce wraps as well. So it can be eaten any of those ways. And then pop it in here. And the smell is so good. Spicy, sweet, really, really tasty. There you have it. This is Jeyuk Bokkeum, or Korean spicy pork.